guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope everybody had a safe and healthy new year. Happy 2021. So glad to be done with 2020. I just hope 2021 is better than 2020. At this point, anything would be better than 2020. Today we are going to be doing a get ready with me / talking about our resolutions. Okay, please don't judge me. My foundation is so much darker than my skin. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in the video, but I haven't been wearing makeup since my husband's been deployed, and I haven't really gone to do anything because of Corona. And so I didn't really get a summer winter foundation, like the two different ones. So I still have my summer foundation from when I was tan because I was going to the beach all the time. So if my skin on my face is darker, just ignore it. But I'm gonna get started on my makeup. So this year I decided to do 5, maybe 6 different goals for 2021. Where the first one, which is most important to me, is keeping my house clean and staying on a consistent cleaning schedule. I moved into this house without my husband because he got deployed before we got the house. And so he hasn't been here. And the deployment depression, I think, really hit me hard this time around. I say this time around like I've been through more than one deployment, but bad things just kept happening. And so I just couldn't really get myself out of that funk for a really long time. And I've been living in this house since August, September, October, November, December, January. So 5 months, or it'll be 5 months later this month. And so I still haven't completely unpacked. I have boxes in my garage that are just taking up space. I have boxes in my laundry room that still need to be unpacked, and that stuff is mostly my husband's stuff. So I think that's probably why I haven't really unpacked it, is because I don't know what he wants to keep and what he wants to get rid of. Because we came from an apartment where we had roommates, and so we had this teeny tiny little room, and we went to having an entire house just for us. And so I think it's different because we only had such little space, and now we have this giant space. So I am able to hide things a lot better, but I just need to be cleaning a lot more consistently because when he comes home, I want to be able to keep a clean house, be a better housewife, I guess, because when it's just me, I'm only cleaning right before somebody's coming home, or coming over, I mean. And so I feel like it's important for myself just to get started with a little schedule, so that way when he does come home, the house is clean and stays clean, and I have something that I can be like, hey, this is what I've been doing, if you could help me stick to it. So I'm really hoping to do that. And then my other resolution, one of them, is to drink more water. I feel like I really dropped the ball in 2020 as far as taking care of myself. I finally went grocery shopping yesterday for the first time in a month because I just did not want to. And so I was surviving off of mac and cheese and frozen chicken nuggets and going to McDonald's all the time because I just didn't want to cook. But 2020 has just been difficult on everybody, I think. So it's gonna be hopefully better in 2021. I mean, I feel like everybody's kind of talking about the new year as if it's gonna magically be better as soon as it strikes midnight, and it's not. So I'm hoping to at least implement some of these things so that way I can be in charge of how my 2021 goes, at least I hope, for the most part. Instead of saying like I want to lose weight in 2021, I'm just telling myself I want to be healthier. I want to, not eat out as much, and I want to be cooking at home more. Maybe work out every once in a while with my husband, because I know that he's been working out like crazy on the boat. So I'm hoping that he brings that home so that way I can get into it. Because I know without him, I would not. In 2021, I also want to be a more positive person. I feel like 2020 kind of made everybody very pessimistic, especially myself. Like I said earlier, I feel like 2020 kind of took a toll on everybody's like mental health and physical health, just because of the pandemic. And so I'm kind of hoping that in 2021 I can be more positive. I don't want to gossip as much. My dad pointed out to me the other day that I gossip a lot, and I was like, so the fact that like my dad pointed it out was kind of like a rock bottom for me, because I didn't really think that I gossiped that often. But it kind of just like hit me like, oh crap, I do that a lot. And I'm typically the type of person that like, if I'm gonna say it behind your back, I'll say it to your face. But I want to try and be more of a light instead of, bringing darkness. So I'm really hoping that in 2021 I can do that. And I know my husband hates it when I do that shit, because he's like expressed it to me in the past and been like, hey, you were talking about this person and, it kind of made me sad that you were doing that. And I was like, oh. So the fact that both my dad and my husband kind of do that, it made me want to try and be a better person in that aspect. So those are two resolutions. I want to try and not gossip as much, and I also want to be more positive. I used to think of myself as a very optimistic person, and then 2020 hit. I look great. And my wedding got canceled, and my husband got deployed a lot earlier than we were thinking he was going to. And so I think that I just kind of need to learn to go with the flow, take things as they are. And I'm hoping to implement that in 2021, and kind of maybe it'll help me feel better about myself if I'm making others feel better. If I'm not unintentionally bringing others down, I guess is what I should say. Oh my gosh, that is so dark. It doesn't look that dark like when I'm looking at myself, and then I like pull away in the mirror. It's like I have a black eye. But yeah, honestly, I think that's all of my goals and resolutions for 2021. So I guess I could just start talking about other stuff. I don't know what you guys are gonna be interested in hearing about, but we got word today that their boat's on the way home, so that's exciting. We just don't know. Well, we don't know if they're on their way home. We just know that they're gonna be sending them home. We don't have any like official dates or anything, but like that's all over. Like there's news articles everywhere talking about it. So that's exciting. We were waiting to see if they were gonna extend them, and they didn't. So I'm just blending As my girl Jaclyn Hill would say, blend until your fingers bleed. Because I do not want these like dark lines. It's currently New Year's Eve. We're gonna be posting this Wednesday the 6th. And I'm not doing anything tonight. I was cleaning my house and then I was like, oh, I need to film my video for next week. I actually already filmed it, and then my dog was being so loud in the background that here I am refilming myself getting ready. My hair is still curled. I did this, I think I did it yesterday. My hair is still kind of curled from it. I think I'm gonna use this one, yeah. I'm gonna use this glitter right here for like the inside of my eye. That seems to be like my go-to look, is glitter like on the corner, and then it's like I put a light shade and then like a darker shade. Okay, this brush isn't working. I'm gonna have to use my finger. I hate using my finger when I do my eyeshadow, because even though it's like attached to my body, I feel like I don't have as much control over it. But yeah, I've always just kind of done like glitters in the middle and like darker shades and lighter shades like layered on top of each other for eyeshadow looks. Like I don't do anything else, and I don't know why. I've just always done that. I'm sure like when I first started doing makeup I didn't do that, but as I got older, like high school, college, I was in a sorority, and I'm like 90% sure whenever I did my own makeup, like this is the look I went for. Don't ask me where I got any of my makeup brushes because I have no idea. But if you want to know where I got any of my makeup palettes, they're down below. This is the Morphe 25B. I use it all the time. As you can see, it's like busted, like used. This is typically my like go-to makeup palette. I also love the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill palettes. Excuse me. When I'm going for like more color, I usually use Jaclyn Hill. And then when I'm doing more neutrals, which is 90% of the time, I go for this Morphe palette right here. I don't even remember when or where I got this. I probably got like a gift card to Sephora and then bought this with it one year for Christmas. But so my mom got me this eyeliner for Christmas in my stocking, and I'm telling you, I opened it and I was like, ooh, pretty. And I like put it on my hand and I was like, wow, that goes on like really thin. So then I tried it. I should not wear eyeliner. Oh my God, I got eyeshadow in my eye. Like, I'm not kidding. My eyes are like so hooded, I think is what it is, that I just can't wear eyeliner. I can't do it. It does not work for me. Eyeliner is not my friend. Okay, I'm gonna go on my eyelashes and I will be right back. Okay, they're on. My dog might start whining. I just let her in, but she keeps wanting to go in and out. So sorry if you can hear her in the background. Another Jaclyn Hill product. This is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill. I think this is Prosecco Pop. I was so sad. Champagne Pop was my favorite highlight in the whole world. And I took it with me to Oregon when I went to visit my in-laws, and I dropped my makeup bag and it shattered. And now my whole makeup bag is like filled with Champagne Pop, and I'm so sad about it. And I just haven't gotten around to buying another one. And I don't know why, I just haven't. But I would like to, because it's literally my favorite. I've been using that highlighter since it came out. I bought it, like, I think one of the first times it was released. Like, I like stayed up and like sat at the computer and bought it. And I've been using it ever since. And I think, oh no, that was my second one. I was gonna say that it was the very first one that I bought, but no, that was my second one. like I went through the first one super quick because in high school I used to wear makeup like every day. And now that I'm not in high school, I don't do my makeup ever. Now we're gonna go in with some highlight. I just don't know what brush I want to use. I typically use fluffy brushes for my highlight. I feel like a glazed donut. This is typically what I'll do if I decide to get ready to go out somewhere. Most of the time I'll just like glue on eyelashes, or if I have eyelash extensions in, I won't even do anything. But if I decide to like actually do my makeup, this is typically all of the stuff that I will do. Now I'm gonna go in with some lipstick. Am I the only one who also feels like she's always forgetting something when she does her makeup? Like, okay, I did my foundation, I did my powder, I did my concealer. Like, has to do like a checklist in their head to make sure that like their face is complete. Because that's what I just had to do in my head right now while I was putting on that lip gloss. All right, so that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed having a chat with me, and now Corinne's gonna come through.
Hey guys, welcome back. Got my handy dandy straightener here. I'm using Paul Mitchell's Express Ion Smooth. It's their Pro Tools line. I swear by this straightener, flat iron, whatever you guys like to call it. It is my best friend and I love it. I went ahead and did multiple different categories for my goals. I have 3 different categories. I have my goals I have for my marriage, and then goals I have for our house. For those of you guys that are new to our channel, my husband is currently away at training for the Marines. And so when we finally get to be back together, we are going to be moving on base wherever he gets stationed. But going ahead and getting started, first goal I have for myself is to get a new car. The goal is to get one before Brendan and I get stationed. I'm excited about that. I have like my top models that I really like, but cars are freaking expensive. You guys have ever gone car shopping? It takes a lot, and with Brendan being away, I don't want to buy a car without him present, or at least more present than he is right now, if that makes any sense. Next thing I have on here is part 1 of like 3 parts of my goals. So I'll kind of go into them all together. So I have focus on my health, go down in size in clothing, and get into cooking. So all 3 of those I feel like go hand in hand together. I really want to get into cooking so that we're fueling our bodies with better food rather than just a whole bunch of fast food. And so that's a good goal that I have. And with that, if I'm fueling my body, then I'm able to know that I am staying healthy and focusing on my health, which will then, if I'm doing those 2, should mean that I can drop a size in clothing. Next thing I have on here is to save money. We want to save money because we'll basically be starting over when we get to Brendan's duty station. When we moved into my parents' house, we got rid of a lot of our furniture. And then since we were apartment living, we also didn't have a lot of stuff that you need for houses, such as like washer and dryer. I really want to have a guest bedroom. So it just makes sense for us to save up money so that we're able to afford to get that stuff without having to like question the purchase. So save money, also save money so I can get my car. I want to be more present. If that is me not being on my phone as much, or just being present with Nala when Brendan and I are able to be back together, being more present with our time together and not take time for granted. Next thing I want to do is date my husband more. This kind of goes hand in hand with a goal that I have for our marriage, which is to have like date nights once a week. But Brendan and I have been together for 8 years. And I think the last date that we got like dressed up for and like actively went out and did something for like dinner, because like breakfast dates are really cute. We've done a lot of those. Breakfast food is my like guilty pleasure. I love breakfast food. If you guys can't get behind like breakfast dates, you guys are doing something wrong. So go on more dates with my husband, because I think the last like dinner date we went on was probably for our 4-year anniversary. That we went on like a nice date. Like we've done like little tiny dates, but not like dress up, spend a pretty penny type of dates, which you don't need to spend a pretty penny on dates like once a week. But I definitely want to get into doing more date night things than we have in the past. So next thing I have is to go on more walks. Because with us most likely moving to some place where we're gonna have a smaller backyard, it's just not gonna be easy for Nala to really be able to move around and do things. I wanna make sure that I'm providing her with the best thing and the best opportunities. And if I also work on that, then most likely my goals will be able to be achieved. I want to work on communication. I believe that communication is one of those things where you can either do really, really good with it, or it's going to go down the drain 100%. Like you have to be consistent. And I am a very big hypocrite when it comes to communication, because I tell everybody around me, you have to communicate what you want. You have to communicate how everything is. But then I don't do a good job of communicating my needs and all that. So I want to work on my communication with everybody around me, friends, family, clients that I am able to have the opportunity of working with at my job, just everybody in general. I want to be able to communicate better, more professional, all of that. And lastly, I have on here for my personal goals is to plan out my weeks. I am super lazy. I create a lot of excuses. I don't necessarily stay consistent in what I want to do. And I have implemented this now it's been a week, because I'm filming this actually the day that I'm uploading it. So you guys will see this in real time. This is what I did today. And I just feel like planning out my weeks has definitely helped. It's been a week and I've actively planned out my weeks. And whether that means that I just tell myself, okay, I'm going to bed at this time. I'm not going to allow myself to not go to bed at a decent time. So I've gone to bed every night. My lights are out by 10:30. I think it would be a good idea. Let us know if you want to see like a 6-month checkup. I think that would help keep me in check. Don't know if Haley would like it, but I think it's a good idea. She might like the idea, and both of us will want to do it, and then we'll be at our 6 months and neither of us have stayed consistent. Hopefully we both do. We're going to keep each other accountable. Haley, if you're just watching this to make sure it looks good, me and you keeping each other accountable so we can do a 6-month like check-in. Okay? Speaking telepathically to you. But those are my like personal goals. A lot of the goals that I have for my husband and I are just goals that I've taken from the 8 years that we've been together. So a lot of our goals that I decided to implement for our marriage was taking what I saw from the first year that we got together to the most recent year. And so that is basically having more adventures with each other, making sure that we have date nights once a week that we're able to implement. I want to support each other. Brendan has like 100% supported me in every single decision that I've made. And I now feel that it's more important for me to be in making him know that I support him in his decisions, because he's done that for me. Creating safe spaces for each other, so that, like me wanting to work on my communication, I want to make sure that I have a safe space to share what I'm feeling, share the emotions that I'm feeling, and vice versa. I want Brendan to be able to do that well and just learn more about each other. Yes, we've been together for 8 years, but people are going to change drastically. Nala's making a whole bunch of noise down on the ground. But those are kind of the goals that I have. I just think it's really important that you guys focus on your goals. And then if you guys are in a relationship, for me, I have 5 goals for our marriage. I would like to have 10, but I want Brendan's input on the other 5 of those. And yes, it could be that I'm sharing my ideas and he'd be like, 100%, I agree with that. Could we change the wording and have it be this? And so being able to talk to your significant other about the goals that you have, I think is also really important. Don't zero in on just the goals that you want, trying to then force them onto somebody else. They're your goals for a reason. And goals can easily be worked on between 2 people, but you can't project them onto other people. So just keep that in mind. But with that being said, those are my goals for 2021. Again, let us know in the comments below if you guys want us to do like a 6-month check-in. I hope you guys enjoyed this little getting ready with me as I did my hair with you guys. If you guys ever want Haley and I to do a hair tutorial, please let us also know that down in the comments. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and then don't forget to hit the bell notification so you guys get notified every time we upload a new video. And then all of our social media handles will be down in the description below. Nala is saying thank you, guys. If you can't hear her, I'll show you guys her really fast. Let me get this camera off of here. Nala, do you want to come say hi? She has a little donut on her head. Nala. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you in our next video. Bye, guys.